right, boys and girls, so you should be on textbook page 7 in your Go Math Volume 1 textbook. On page 7, we're going to look at some guided practice with each other, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I have a place value chart here for you today. Now, in your lesson, we talked specifically about how we can separate numbers into periods. So those are groups of 3 numbers. The ones, tens, and hundreds place represents our units period, units of 1, 10, and 100. The next group of 3 numbers represents our thousands period, which represents 1,000, 10,000s, and 100,000s place. And then our third group that we're going to talk about today is the millions period, where we can see we have 1 million, 10 million, and 100 millions place. So we're talking about the value of a digit. All right, so for number 1, you have an example of a place value chart. We're talking about how the numbers are getting larger in those cubes as you move. 1 times 10 gives you a rod of 10, and 10 rods of 10 makes a flat of 100. And 100 times 10 gives you a cube of 3 flats, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go to number 2. On number 2, you have the number 703,890. And ask you to tell me the value of that digit. So we know that the 7 is underlined. So that 7 is worth 700 thousands. So in order, I'm going to go ahead and turn these values behind that place value all into zeros to represent that that 7 is not just worth 7, it's worth 700,000. For number 3, you have the number 63,540. And you have the digit 4 underlined. Now we can see that the 4 is in the 4 tens place. So we know that this is worth 40 because 4 tens is equal to 40. For number 4, we have 182,034. And the digit we have underlined is the 8. The 8 is in the 10,000s place. So we know that that is worth 80,000. So there are a few examples for you to take a look at. Remember, you should be looking at place value, replacing the numbers in the values of the digits behind that place value with a 0 in order to create the value of that number. Now, we're going to skip down to number 6 and 7 because we want to review one of those essential questions that are posted on your slide today about knowing the value of each digit in that base 10 system. So if we're comparing the digits or the numbers 2,000 and 200, you should know that as numbers increase in our place value system, we are multiplying times 10. So we're saying this times 10 equals a 10, and 10 times 10 equals 100, and 100 times 10 equals 1,000. So we're saying this 2 in the hundreds place is worth 10 times less than the next 2 in the thousands place. Or we could say the 2 in the thousands place is worth 10 times more than the 2 in the hundreds place. So remember, your essential questions for today were that you could tell me that a number period is when we're separating those digits, right? So you're separating the digits. What is a number period? It's when you have those groups of ones, tens, and hundreds in each number, whether it's the units, the thousands, or the millions. Your next question was, how do you use a base 10 system? Well, we have 10 fingers, and we write 10 digits. We use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0 to represent those numbers. And knowing the value of those digits helps us by knowing the place value in a place value chart. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please email me or send me a message.